Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and how's it going? Y'all doing all right? So today we have Venus squaring Chiron. Now that's going to be exact at 11:12 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. So check your time zone where you're located to see where it's going to be exact. The sun is officially within a 2-degree orb out of that opposition with Jupiter. But we'll be working into that square with Chiron. And that's going to be exact tomorrow on Monday at 15:31 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. That's 3:31. Now Mars is within that 1-degree orb out of that opposition with Jupiter, and a 2-degree orb within that square of Chiron, and that square is going to be exact on Tuesday, and that's going to take place at 17:33, so that's 5:33 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Now the moon has officially ingressed into Scorpio and will square Pluto. Mercury is at 15 degrees and almost in that opposition with Hades and Kronos. So we could hear and see more things that develop on the water with the ships. So keep that in mind. Jupiter has now moved to 19 degrees and has 4 more degrees to go before it stations direct. Now, I was looking at when we entered World War II, and Uranus was at 27 degrees when we officially entered World War II, December 8th, 1941. And I did find some interesting correlations to the astrology that we're having now. If you all would like for me to do a video on that, I am more than happy to do that. Just let me know. Now, Lilith is almost in an exact opposition with Uranus, so emotions are still pretty heightened. As you can see, Jupiter's going to start trining Poseidon, and as the moon gets closer to Poseidon and gets in that trine with Jupiter again, because of this here, we could hear more about the ships. We could hear more of this going on. We could see more of this going on. Now, there's a lot of AI videos that's going around, and it is being released from all avenues, like GOV is releasing some AI images. Other GOVs are releasing some AI images. So just be mindful of what you choose to believe in. Listen to your intuition. Is it really real? Does it look fake? Does it feel fake? Because there's a lot of deception. Neptune in Pisces, okay? There's a lot of deception. Now, on the Capricorn new moon, we're going to have Mercury conjunct Mars. So, and then on the 26th, as I mentioned, we're going to have Neptune ingress into Aries. Now, over the next 6 months, we're going to be really getting into more of the war transits, specifically as Uranus ingresses into Gemini, okay? Neptune being in Aries. Now, one thing that I did find interesting, Neptune is exactly opposing where Neptune was when we entered World War II. Now, Neptune was at 29 degrees of Virgo. So, we're really wrapping a lot of that up. Now, in my Mars opposed Uranus video that I made, I told you all that there would be new technology, new ways of doing WAR, and it was just recently released an interview. Now, some people say it's not been verified. It was cited to have been released with the New York Times, so take it with a grain of salt. That when they extracted Nicholas, that there was new technology that was used. So we're going to see the way WAR is done completely changed. And it started with that. So this isn't anything to be afraid of. Just be aware of your surroundings. Be mindful when you travel. Specifically, if you live in Canada, in the US, people are getting out of the country and their passports are being reported lost or stolen, and they're not real sure what's taking place there. And it's not just US citizens, it's Canadian citizens too. So, and when we get into February, we're going to start moving into eclipse season. And we're going to start the new eclipses in Aquarius and Leo. And then we're going to finish up the Pisces and Virgo eclipses. So we got a lot going on. And if you all want me to make a video kind of briefly explaining and covering all of the major transits that we're going to be going through, let me know. Okay. Let's see. On Tuesday, February 3rd, we're going to have Uranus station direct, okay? So, that's going to be coming up. And then by February 13th, we're going to have Saturn ingress into Aries. And that's getting close to when Saturn and Neptune will be conjunct, okay? Now, there's some things that are going to be transforming. There's some endings that's going to be taking place when it comes to money, when it comes to family, when it comes to how we do things. However, it's not anything to be afraid of because we do have the Sun card, okay? Coming right after that. So, there is a transformation that's taking place. There's a lot of rumors going around that our money, how we make a living. Now, I told you all this with my Uranus opposed Mars video, that there was going to be a lot that's going to be transforming within our school systems, within how we make money, with all of those things, okay? And we fear change the most. Truly. So, this tells me that even though things are going to be ending, things are going to be changing, we need to get excited about the future. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. However, I am saying that in the end, it's going to be worth it. Okay? It's going to be worth it. We're walking away from things that are no longer serving us. We're truly tapping into our passions, our desires. What lights you up? What sets you on fire? What gives you that drive to show up every single day? Okay? Is it feeling like you don't go to work? Your plan? Is it really leaning into what's of value? Is it the family that you value the most? Is it your legacy? What is it? Okay? Now, we are in the full moon lunation cycle, so it's all about letting go. Be sure to cleanse your space. Get rid of anything that's no longer of value to you, that you don't use, so you can make room for new blessings coming in with this Capricorn new moon. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.